Hey guys, what is up? I can already read the comments. You guys, one thing I have to say is like, I'm aware that I'm like a mess and I'm a hypocrite and I'm like very self-aware of myself. So, yes, I'm making another video because I do have stuff going on this week, thank God. Because this is now my 5th day being inside my house, not brushing my hair or my teeth and being just gross. But I will be getting out of the house Wednesday and I'm filming a show Thursday. So don't worry about me. Like I am gonna get out of the house, which is a good thing. I just had no motivation. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, sorry. Well, that's kind of my my point of this week. I literally haven't brushed my hair in like days. Yeah, I had a nutty bar this morning, so healthy eating, not going so well. Last 3 days. Do I just put this on the floor like a nasty? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I have maids coming also on Wednesday, so like if you guys saw my house, like I don't even want to leave my room. The downstairs is like disgusting. Like it's disgusting. Like I came home, I have like all these like boxes because I get like 5 boxes. Not 5. What am I talking? Like I'm literally can't think. I literally get like probably 15 boxes a day. Like not even stuff I order. I get a lot of like PR packages that I didn't really ask for. I don't know how I got on lists, but a lot of times I don't even ask for them. And I have to, and I literally will email companies and be like, I'm not gonna promote this. Like I don't know why you sent this to me. I don't even use it. If I use it, I will. But I've been listening to a lot of Hamilton, which is really kind of depressing because Hamilton's a very depressing story. Like every part of his life, I feel is pretty depressing. I mean, he did great things. Here I am just trying to be like a historian. I don't actually know. I guess he was our first treasurer. I mean, he started at America's Bank. But was it that great because we're in $3 trillion of debt or something, right? I don't know. I like the story of Hamilton. I like the musical, but it is really depressing. Like all of it. And Act 2 is my favorite. And Act 2 is really depressing. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about me being depressed. No. Yeah, I'm like, it's crazy. And isolating yourself is awful. And I've texted people to hang out with, so I don't want people to think like I'm like isolating myself on purpose. Like I am, but also like a lot of like part of me like literally doesn't want to leave the house. Like I'm terrified of leaving my house. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It's like anxiety that if I leave the house, something else bad is gonna happen. But let me just I just want to put this out there because I know I seem okay. Well, yeah. First and foremost, the mukbang I posted, that wasn't. Everyone's like, oh, you post these things to make Jason look bad, and in reality, it just makes you look crazy, and we're all on his side. And like that one specifically, I remember like I had that edited and ready to go, and I remember specifically I wasn't going to post it because I did feel like it was bad vibes that night between us. And I'm not I never post things to make this. I shouldn't say his name because to make this person look bad. I don't. I'm not trying to. Like if anything, I like defend myself. If like, anyways, all that situation's over. Anything that he said that I lied about, like I try and just defend myself. And in no way do I ever try and make him look bad because I've said repeatedly from the first video that like. There's nothing wrong with him. There's literally nothing wrong with him. Like we're just different people with different views on food and just different views in general. Like and I've always said that, and different views on what's funny and what's not funny and like all this stuff like that. And like obviously we had a big communication issue, but beyond that, I have an issue that I like. So I want to apologize to people who watch me if you think that I'm trying to drag someone. Also to people who watch me that said like I was their inspiration for like getting over eating disorders and now they're disappointed in me, or like girls who are bigger and like, you know, I always looked up to you because I thought you were okay with being fat. And that's like the craziest thing to me is like I am I am okay with it. A lot of people are like, it's her own insecurities, and I promise you it's not a vanity insecurity. I have insecurities about like abandonment and love and trust. I have insecurities about that, but like it's not a vanity thing. I think a lot of people like to say that I'm very insecure. It's not a vanity thing. I actually think I'm really attractive. I think everyone should think that about themselves. I think I'm really attractive. I have gained weight, which kind of had made me a little self-conscious, but like that's never stopped me from doing swimsuit videos or like modeling in lingerie. I mean, I have a Patreon where I'm literally naked. So, it just was like, it was all like, anyways. So I'm sorry if I let you guys down in any of, in that sense. If like you thought that I was just wanting to be skinny and like thinking that would fix all my problems, and it won't. I also apologize to, I guess, Jason as well. I really was being so conscientious, is that a word? Conscientious of this breakup in this video. Like I get so lost when I get broken up with, because like I put all my eggs in a basket. That's not healthy. That's not good for that person. It's not good for me, but it's what I do because I find someone I connect with. And I'm just like, this is my person. And I said this in previous videos too, like, there's like literally a million thoughts that I want to say. And they're all just like racing through my head. But I've said this in past videos where I truly feel like this was my first like real relationship. And when he said this relationship wasn't healthy to me, last time we talked was Saturday night. That was our last text and last communication. And that's fine. I'm not, he always said if we broke up, he couldn't, like, even when we had friends that broke up and stayed friends, he's like, I don't think I could do that with you. And I was like, and I kind of feel the same way. I think it's not super good to talk to like exes. I think it's kind of weird. So we haven't talked, but he said, this relationship wasn't healthy. And I was so confused because for me, this was like my first healthy one. And I think, and it's really, really hard to read comments and tweets of everyone just saying how manipulative I was and how emotionally abusive I was. And it's like, all I can say to that is like, you guys don't know our relationship. Like, I'm very overtly someone to try and build someone up and make them feel as good as they possibly can. I mean, there was a video, like old vlogs get recommended, and there was a video where he's literally like, I just told him I love you, and he's like, you literally are saying this too much. Like, I literally smother people with love because I really try and bring people up, and anytime he complained about his body, like, I just wanted him to make him feel good, you know what I mean? So I thought it was like, and on my end of it, I'm just gonna, because I don't know, however he feels, but on my end of it, I thought it was really healthy. I had, as far as like, he was like the first person sounds so pathetic because I'm 30, like the first person to ever cheat on me, which I was like, heck yeah, I got a winner. Like, you're not having sex with other girls? Like, yes. It was like the first person who like sort of wanted to commit to me by calling me his girlfriend. I have a lot of like commitment issues too, in case you guys haven't been able, and commitment issues with, I feel like people don't want to be around me for very long. So like I do kind of, I can honestly say like I wasn't trying to sabotage this, and I don't want this whole video to be about this because this is not a saga. This is literally just me like trying to tell you my feelings at this point and kind of work through it all because I don't really know what else to post right now, and this is what I'm feeling, and this is how my channel has been. It always has. I've always just talked about my feelings, whether it's a mukbang or me just sitting here. Like, I'm always just talking about how I'm feeling at the moment. That's all that's consuming my mind. I don't even know. So this is the thing. It's so crazy. I can't even keep a train of thought. Like, I don't even know where I was going or what I was gonna say. Just like went out of. But like, I truly like wasn't sabotaging this like at all. Like, it's just, I think it more or less was like an inevitable thing, because when we would talk about our future, like up until like that lie detector test, which was the day everything went to crap because we had that interview right before that. So that was the day I just spiraled. Like, he was very adamant about not wanting to ever, like, move in together ever or get married or have kids. So for me, I'm like, that's what I wanted. And he was pretty adamant that that's not what he wanted. And that's okay, too. It's just like, then what were we doing? And me, I didn't want to be alone, but I knew I wasn't going to be happy because I'm not getting any younger. I want kids and I want to be married and all that stuff like that. But then it leads me to I started tweeting and I was like, I told myself to, Trish, you're not going on social media. But what else am I going to do? So I did. I'd go on and I tweeted something and I actually got a lot of positive response about like, we accept the love we think we deserve, and that like I truly, truly have never felt I deserve love because I always thought something was wrong with me, and like hearing it from people and now the whole internet, which it's nothing new, but I think it's just literally just people constantly telling you what's wrong with you, trying to fix you, trying to change you, and that's been my whole life. Like, I've never had someone just be like, I love you for you, you know what I mean? And like, I think I just have, but I also think that I just don't want it. I don't know, it's this weird thing where I do, but I just don't think I deserve it. I don't think, like, I know in my heart, I'm like a really good person. Like, I'm a real empath? I like feel people's pain and I feel people's happiness. Like, when people are like sad around me or like, I don't know, it's really weird. Like, if there's sadness around me, like I feel it and it like really truly affects me. And I don't let things go. Like, I think about sad things that happened to me in middle school. It's something that like I truly just don't feel like I deserve to be like loved. And that's like something I think I'll always deal with. And so many people, I guess I have to say this just because the whole internet's like, get help. I've gone to therapy for years. Sometimes I would go 5 times a week. I was going early January and February of this year. And I don't leave it because I don't think it's not helping me. Or that I feel like I'm cured or something like that. I leave it because it's really hard for me to go through. And I've done it for years. And like, it feels kind of good in the moment. And then like, I start thinking about it and overthinking it and spiraling and thinking like I'm being judged and like that person doesn't want to be there and they're only listening because I'm paying them. Like, it starts to get to this weird, dark place for me. And I probably have seen, this is not even an exaggeration, I probably have seen like 40 different therapists in my lifetime, like a lot. And it's not to say I wouldn't, you know, for me, I think it's hard for a lot of people to understand this because a lot of people aren't religious. I pray a lot, like a lot, like throughout the days. Like, I wake up in the morning or I go to bed at night and I like pray, and like especially during times like this, like I pray a lot. And I don't look at it as like God not answering my prayers. I look at it as just like it's all a timing thing. For anyone who thinks this is fake, it's not at all. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I was even watching a friend of mine's video. I say friend loosely. I've actually never met him in person, but I talked to him online, and I was watching a video of his and about me and Jason. And even in the video, he's like, I don't even know if they're real or if any of our relations were real. You guys not know what's sort of like a mind that is to like, this is my life, and to have people constantly question if things are real. Like, it's so crazy. And then like, and I don't blame the internet. Like, I love being on the internet, and it's fine people speculating whatever, but to like those kind of things are so crazy to me, are so crazy. And unpopular opinion, but like it feels like conspiracies. Like conspiracies to me are crazy. I feel like it's people who like, and this is obviously no shade. Obviously, Shane's been awesome. By the way, I don't want to bring him into this mess, but he's been so great and supportive, and like his texts always make me laugh and whatever. So obviously, I'm not shading. That's his thing, conspiracies. I'm not even talking about his videos because I find them really entertaining, and I think for the most part, his conspiracies are for entertainment purposes. But some people who are like true like conspiracists and constantly coming up with conspiracies, I think is like crazy. And it's the same way. It's like it's the feeling I get when people are like, who knows if this relationship is real? Like I'm like, these are crazy people, like actual crazy people. Like you think he's gonna spend time away from his family for something that's fake? Like it doesn't make any sense. And I never in a million years thought anyone cared that much, you know, about my feelings. You know, I guess there was like some drama or whatever, but like to be honest, I don't think it was even like anything that dramatic. Like I've had past relationships that had a dramatic ending, and I feel like nothing's that dramatic. And I think I made that clear from video 1, and I just, you know, I do just like, I've always said this in every video for the past 7 years or whatever. Like, I would trade everything I have, like money, success, I guess. People know who I am, I guess, fame, I guess, I don't know. Like, literally everything I own, like cars, everything, as long as I have like a roof and like food and air, I would trade it all to like have like love and like happiness. And I keep saying this too, like, she has to love herself and be happy with herself. Like, I do. Why do you think I'm still here? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love myself a lot. I make this clear to everyone I know, and, you know, because I'm very emotional, and a lot of people will take emotional people as erratic behavior because they're like, wow, this is so much emotion. So to comfort everyone, it's like, I'd say, I'm like, I love myself. Like, I do love myself. I think that's pretty evident in, like, I feel like there's two people. Trisha's so full of herself and narcissistic. Trisha hates herself. It's like, you can't be both. And it's like, sometimes the same people saying the same thing. Like, Trisha's so into herself, so full of herself. And then the exact same people now will be like, she needs to love herself. It's like, well, which is it? And I do love myself. I do think I'm a good person. And that's like why I'm still here on this earth. You know what I mean? Like, if I thought I was a bad person, I would go isolate myself, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I would try and remove myself from society. You know what I mean? Not like killing myself, but just like remove myself, like go to somewhere, or go to like Kentucky. No offense to anyone who lives in Kentucky, but go to like Kentucky or something where like I'm not bothering anyone. Like, go live in the mountains or something. You know what I mean? But I do think I'm a good person. I think I have value. I know I have value in this world and in this life. So, like, I am happy with myself. I recognize my issues, and that's just not feeling worthy of love. And that's like the worst feeling, you know, because no therapist, you know, man or woman can force you to feel that, you know. And like, not to like put this back on this last relationship, but this was like the first one that I was like, oh, this person like gets me. Because people act like, I see a lot of these comments too, like, oh, you can't just go to the internet with every little problem you have, relationship problems. And I didn't. Like, we'd have little issues here and there, and I wouldn't put it out there. Even when we broke up or whatever, I never put it out there. My concern was, the reason I put it out there in the first place was that I was going to be made to look like a fool yet again by people thinking he was like cheating on me if he like DM'd people, or like, you know what I mean? I've said this so many times. And that's why I wanted to put it out there, because it is so public, and he's also very consistent with posting, you know. He has a group of friends he makes videos with that they do dumb stuff, and I don't mean that as like an insult, but they just do like dumb shit, like making out with people, whatever. So I don't want anyone to be like, oh my god, like Trisha's getting cheated on, because to me that's like the most like painful feeling. Like, ooh, that's like awful, because that stems from like abandonment and trust. So if like, and a lot of times people will be like, why do you care what people online think? And it's because it's really it's my job, but it's like my life. It's also my hobby. Like, I really enjoy the internet and like talking with people, and like people following my journey and like supporting me. Like, I really care what people think. I made this like I said, my life. I mean, my YouTube channel is vastly different than literally anyone else's on YouTube. Vastly. And I'm seeing that for the first time now, that I share like everything. Literally like everything. And that's been my channel. I just never realized like other people didn't really do this too. Like, yeah, you go through issues, you go through problems, and that's it. I you know, there's so much more problems or issues I've had that I could like spew out there and say, but like, I don't know. I share also what I think is like what I'm feeling. So many things I just don't care about. This is like all over the place. What else? For those of you still here, thank you. Like, you know, a lot of people are like, when are you getting back to your regular content? I'm like, I guess mukbangs. I'm not gonna stop them. Obviously, I'm just not gonna do them as frequently, and that is kind of my regular content for the past 6 months, or kind of like a year. It's like the mukbangs, right? So I don't know what that means by regular content. I mean, I guess like hauls and stuff. This is my content now. My channel has kind of always been this way, so but I'm like I guess the main thing I want to say is like, I'm not trying to drag anyone, and the last person I would drag is Jason. Like, none of those videos I felt like I was. I think I've like defended myself and be like something so stupid as like, she went and ordered chicken parm at 11:30 when I remember that day, and he's like, oh, let's order chicken parm, I'm so hungry, like stuff like that. But all that, I mean, I just don't care about. Like I said, I don't want to drag him. And like, yes, I realize in the videos I probably look awful, but like, again, to that I say, like, I mean, it was our dynamic on video. I don't feel like that was our dynamic offline. I feel like if it was, he probably wouldn't have stayed with me so long. And it's so weird because, like, for the first time in my life, like, I'm very much like, I hate being single. I hate being alone. And as soon as I would be single or alone, or like something was over, I would like instantly be trying to find someone else to like hook up with or like be with. And it's like, it like makes me sick, like, to think, and not in a bad way, but like so many, like a couple people have come forward and be like, I'm so sorry, like, let's get together, you know what I mean? Like, people I've like either dated or briefly known in the past or whatever. And I just like, it kind of makes me like want to puke thinking about even like going out with other people, not even in a romantic way, just even like going to dinner with somebody, you know what I mean? Like another guy. It's just like, it's so weird because like, even though I have emotional attachment to people, physically I'm usually like, time for the next, but it's like the opposite of that. Like, I just want to like curl up and be gross and not see anyone. But like I said, I have a TV job this week, which I'm really excited about, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about. It's something I've known about for a couple months, and it's finally coming to fruition, and it's going to be out quickly. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about other opportunities that I have coming up this fall to share with you guys. I'm going to definitely be moving. So there's a lot coming up, and I'm gonna get back to it all. But tomorrow, I want to warn you guys. We did this really cute video called "Recreating Our First Date" because tomorrow, June 26th, it'll be 1 year since we went out on our first date for his channel, and it was a really cute date, and it was a really cute video. And even the video I actually edited this one. You guys will be really. I ripped footage from his channel, from his video, from the first person to say, hey, you should date Trisha Paytas. Like I put like montages together. Like I edited this video. It's like a 45-minute video. I edited it. I said some really sweet words at the beginning. This was recorded like 2 weeks ago. And I really want to post it tomorrow on the 1 year date. I don't want people to think, I haven't even watched it. I'm not going to watch it. And who knows, maybe I'm going to look like a bitch in it. I don't even know, but I don't know. It makes me sad that everyone thinks that I was miserable, that he was miserable, because like I know that wasn't the case, you know, like, well, for me, I'm only speaking for myself. Like, I hate that people thought that I was like miserable or like mean, because like, I guess that's where my comedy differs from some, because I thought like the way I was in videos was like funny, but the way I was in real life, I just like, I don't know. But I do want to still post it tomorrow, and I don't want anyone to think like it's for views. I had the video. You'll see, like, it was planned and edited like 2 weeks ago. I don't want to miss the date of posting, because that's like the whole point is like 1 year later. I don't want to miss the date of posting it, because it's still special. Like, you know, we didn't start dating a year ago. It's not like we had a 1 year anniversary coming up. You know what I mean? We just started dating in I guess technically February of this year. So it's just more of like, I don't know. I just really like the video, and I want to post it. But I don't know. As far as like, let's see other content, Trish. Like, I don't know what people want from me. My channel has never been DIY back to school hat. I don't even know if it's back to school. I don't know what season we're in. You know, this is it. I don't really feel like mukbanging right now. I'm trying to be somewhat healthy, minus the nutty bars I had this morning. I think I really do have some food issues. I don't know why I ate that. Like, I woke up just like craving it, and I Postmated it, and now I'm like, why did I eat that? Got food issues. Got abandonment issues. I got love issues. And for all of you like, this is sad, Trish, you're 30, this is pathetic. Like, I'm with you guys. Like, it is. Like, that's what sucks. It's like, I now have a 7 to 9 year window, 9's pushing it, of getting married and trying to have kids. I've been trying to have kids for, oof, this is getting so, like, I've tried to have kids in 2 serious relationships for years. Probably since I was 25, I remember I first started trying. And that's when I found out I had PID, which I guess goes away. And scarring of my tubes and all that stuff like that. Like, it sucks. So, now, starting over, trying to find someone to date, marry, and wants to have kids with me in a 7 to 9 year range is a lot of pressure. And then you come to sometimes you like start thinking like, maybe this isn't just gonna happen for you, Trish, in this life. And that's like, that's an even harsher reality than never being in love. Is like, I think for a lot of women, like, they feel like that's like their purpose, you know, that they're supposed to have children. And for me, that's always been like that. And I think sometimes I would say, like, I changed my mind, I don't have kids. I remember I said that before in past videos in the past few years, because I just thought like it was never going to happen for me. And this gets so personal. I guess my point is I don't always share everything that I'm doing. I've tried other things besides the natural way, if you know what I mean. Like, I've tried, and it's something that's, I watch other people go through it and post their journey, and I'm like, wow, that's like really strong and really brave. Like, there's a lot I just don't post or put out there. Therapy being one of them. Fertility issues being one of them. Other things I've dealt with, you know what I mean? So for as much as I do put out there, there's a lot that I couldn't. It just hurts so much. And like to even talk about it, like it hurts a lot. There was a time I was single and I was trying to get pregnant, not with like anybody, but literally like an anonymous person. Whew. It's all heavy. All right, guys. That's my check-in for today. Like I said, I do want to post that video tomorrow. I don't know. I have probably like 10 videos that were ready to go and be posted because I thought I was going to be gone for about 2 weeks. So I have probably like 5 mukbangs I could post. Obviously they're all pre. If you see any other nail color besides this one in a video, they were all pre. Because I don't think I filmed any videos, any mukbangs with these nails. I think one Cheesecake Factory one I might have. But yeah, I might just post those. I don't know. People seem to be tired of these kind of check-ins. Well, it's weird because so many people are like, we're over it. Stop. But then people keep watching. So I don't know if you guys like these type of check-ins or if people are hate watching these or they just want to see a train wreck. I'm trying not to be a train wreck. I feel like I have it pretty much together. Last couple breakups I've had publicly, I've like spiraled. And I don't feel like I'm spiraling. I feel like I'm going through a breakup. I feel like I just want to sleep and not see anybody and eat nutty bars. But I don't think I'm like spiraling. I don't think I'm going crazy like I felt like in the past. So I guess that's a improvement. Guys, I can't believe I'm 30 and I'm like doing this. Holy cow, that's oof. I get it. I get it when people say I'm like, yeah, I didn't think I'd be like this at 30. Am I gonna be like this at 40? Probably. Who knows? Yeah. That's it. I'm good though. Like I'm good. I've been watching like Disney, like I don't even know what they are, like it's like Disney crossovers and like I could just tell you like 10 messed up origin stories of Disney villains. There's one called Screen Rant. Then I've been watching a bunch of like Hamilton like clips just from different companies, like the London show and the New York company and the touring company. That's what I've been doing, and it's actually surprising how I watched 90 Day Fiancé, the new episodes last night on TLC. That always makes me feel better. At least I'm not that. Like, they have some crazy issues. Whew. I mean, there's some crazy issues happening. And there's crazy relationship issues that are so dark and so deep that are being broadcast right now, like with other YouTubers and stuff. And I'm like, geez, like, so I guess I am thankful that nothing like crazy has happened. I don't know why this has become a thing. I don't want it to be anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't. Oh, and one last thing regarding a tweet. I thought it was funny, but like, once again, for comedic timing, I guess, someone had like, I kept seeing like, he's trash. I mean, trust me, I'm getting way more trash than him, which is fine. It's okay. I don't care. Like, and maybe I'm probably am the crazy one. Like, to everyone else, like, I'm known as like this crazy person, and he's very stable and like calm. So it's fine that people see that. I don't care. But I think I also I delete tweets if I like just don't feel that way anymore. But yesterday I was in somewhat of a better mood. I wasn't too sad. Like, today I'm like really sad because I'm like thinking of all these other things that have nothing to do with him. Just like all these things about my life and how I'm stuck and back to square one and all that stuff like that. But, oh my God, I lose my train of thought so easily. Like, where the heck was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So I was in somewhat of a better mood yesterday, and like I just said like Jason Nash, more like Jason Trash. Like, that's how I was, like, thinking when I swear to goodness, that's how I was, because I was like, how old are you? Like, obviously, I thought it was, like, funny, because how we left things on Saturday, we're fine, we're not together, we're not gonna be together, but it's fine, you know what I mean, and that's all I needed, and then, like, I posted my videos, and that was fine, and got things I need to say off, and then I feel like literally everything is just out on the table, everything's fine, and so I kind of was feeling better, even my spirits yesterday in my video, I felt like, oh, like, obviously people could tell I'm, like, you know, better, but people took that as like a dig or an insult. Like, obviously it's not. And I think it's a funny insult. I don't know, I think it's funny. I don't know, our name was always like Trash, like our ship name, like Trisha, Nash, Trash. Anyways, that wasn't meant to be taken seriously, but again, that's probably poor timing on my part, so I'm sorry. Once again, I feel like I've reiterated this in every video. I don't have any intention of making him look bad. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't want to make him look bad. Like, that's not my intention. That was my intention when I posted that mukbang video. I was like, I just want to post it. And like I said, I was very well aware that I was already kind of like tense because like we've talked about that before, that incident in a video. And I was just like, well, let me just put this up here because I have, I think I have 2 other videos with him that I would like to put up. I don't want people to look at it as like exploiting the situation or trying to drag him or make him look bad. Like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you didn't deserve, I don't think I deserved him. I truly, truly don't. That's not even being dramatic or anything. I don't think I deserve a lot of people, even people cheat on me. I'm like, I didn't deserve that. and I definitely, I think I said this before, like, I definitely didn't deserve someone like Jason, who literally was like, I mean, he's seen me like have breakdowns and like stayed with me through it. Like, that was like crazy. Like, I did not deserve him, you know? And what's so funny about the final fight that broke us up, like, there was no crazy breakdown or emotional breakdown in person. We weren't even in person when we broke up, so I don't know. I'm ready to move on, but I'm not looking for it. Like, I'm not looking to date anyone, which sucks. Like, I wish I had that in me. You know, I wish I had that in me because, like I said, I'm not getting any younger, and my time's ticking for having children and stuff, but I hope I'll want to start dating somebody soon again. I don't know. Maybe I should jump from relationship to relationship, but I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from at this, like, age in my life. I know a lot of people said, 30, you're still young. Yes, but I want 4 or 5 kids. You know what I mean? So, TikTok, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping I can, like, eventually start dating again, but I don't know. I, like, don't want to think about that, but then at the same time, like, I want to think about that, but then it's like, I just want to watch Hamilton. I want to go see Hamilton so bad. I mean, I've seen it California, but I want to see it at, like, the Richard Rogers Theater in New York City. Oh my god, and then Colleen posted our mukbang from before my breakup, and she asked me if she should or if it's since. I said, no, go ahead. Like, it was a really fun time. But I mentioned how I wanted Lin-Manuel Miranda to sing at our Disney. Oh my god. Holy cow. I was so crazy. I was so crazy. Like, these are my thoughts. And so I'm watching Hamilton, and I'm just like, I want Lin-Manuel Miranda to sing at my Disney wedding. That is never going to happen because I don't have any boyfriend. And yet I'm still thinking about having him sing at my wedding and how I would go about getting that and how much he would cost. Maybe I'll just marry myself. I just want to see Hamilton. I love Hamilton. It's such a good show. I don't know how people don't like it. Jason didn't like Hamilton. He saw it, and he's like, I didn't get it. I was like, I mean, that should have been my, that should have been, actually, that should have been the warning. Like, run. This is not a relationship for you. I don't get how people don't like Hamilton. It's so good. Oh my god, it looks so crazy. Yes. My mom's leaving town because she thought I was gonna be gone for 2 weeks. She's leaving town. My sister she moved states. So I'm like kind of here by myself, chilling. My dad's traveling. So I'm here. I'm checking social media, so please leave love if you can to everybody. Or just send me something funny, or I don't know, something that'll cheer me up. Ooh, don't look, I have no bra on. And then I want another boob job, and then I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want any more plastic surgery. Sometimes I regret my plastic surgeries. That's a whole other video. Sometimes I totally regret my plastic surgeries. Like, I'm kind of against plastic surgeries, to be honest. Like, I want, like, my boobs redone, and I want, like, another butt lift, because I like the way it looked in lipo. But I don't know, to risk your life to look a little better, like, I don't know. Like, I truly don't want to die. And I've always been scared of going under the knife for that reason. When I've had surgeries, it usually was, like, after a breakup or, like, something where I was kind of low in my life where I'm like, I don't want to die, but at the same time, I'm not going to miss out on too much. You know what I mean? Like, so when I would go under surgeries, but, like, I don't know, I've been wanting surgery the past couple of years, and, like, I truly am kind of against it. Like, I don't want to, like, play with my life like that for it to look better. And I know it's so hypocritical of me because I have my boobs, my back, my arms, my butt, like, everything done in lipo. And people do look great when they get it done, and, like, it is awesome. Like, it has great results, but, like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? To me, it's not. Like, I would love to go get some surgery right now, but I just don't want to, like, risk my life like that, which, you know, shows the value I do have in myself and that I do love myself. I don't know. Well, 30 started off as a good year. It kind of gets a little rocky, but that's how my summers normally go. I'm telling you guys, it's a 4th of July curse. 4th of July is coming up. I swear to goodness, my 4th of July are always awful and evil. Like, I swear I have, like, the most depressed 4th of July. I don't know why. Literally for the past 5 4th of Julys, like, crazy, depressing, like, awful, evil things have happened. Like, and I've been, like, I'm, like, scared to, like, leave until then. So I'm probably just gonna be chilling. Final thing. Oh my god. And then this, of course, the most important thing. I don't really know what to do. I don't want to text Jason because he's with his family. Also, I don't want to text him because I'm thinking I gotta email our show people for our. We had a live show coming up in Anaheim, like literally less than a month away. I don't know. I know the tickets are still up for sale. I don't think it's gonna happen. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. All I know is obviously if it's not going to happen, whoever bought tickets is going to know and they're going to get a refund. I don't know what to say. I would say as of now, just like, I hate to say this, but I think just don't buy them and we're just going to refund people. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's something I have to figure out. We got to figure out. But I know he's like with his family and stuff, but I also know there's people who are just like, what the heck's going on? Like I said, I can promise you this is not for views or anything like that. Like, that's what I'm just saying. Like, I didn't want it to be like this drama. Like, I don't know how this became so, like, escalated, but, like, it's not fake. I wouldn't want to just isolate and sit here alone by myself for the whole summer for views. No, like, I don't. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know. Okay. So that's all the update. Obviously follow me on, like, Twitter so I can tell you. Hopefully I have, like, an update. Probably have an update coming for you guys on that because I know that's like stressing me out too. I can probably assume we're not going to be doing it. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or maybe this is the other thing. Okay. That's a side to say, wrap it up, Trish. So I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe one of us can do the show still. I don't know. I have no idea, but I promise. Obviously, if you get a ticket and we're not doing the show, it's going to be refunded. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Well, I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye.